What's up? Welcome back to the Philippines. Today I'm in Batad. I just took a 1 hour motorbike moped journey from Banaue with a guy who's associated with my homestay, Rice Homestay. Check out the view. The town of Banaue is over there in the distance. The road runs around. We're a little bit outside of town, which gives us a more peaceful setting. You can see the homestay here. Let me show you the great view of the rice terraces. Look at this, right from the homestay. Stream at the bottom. I just got dropped off at the kind of road where the road ends in Batad, and now I'm going to be walking on my own. It is 8:40. I'm getting picked up at 1:30, so I have a few hours to explore Batad, which is down this rocky pathway here. One of the most spectacular places in the Philippines, and considered to be the rice terraces of Batad, the 8th wonder of the world. So I'm going to attach on my GoPro because I'm going to be doing a lot of walking and they're quite bumpy surfaces. Hey, good morning. Good morning. You didn't quite see it because I couldn't really film on the back of the motorbike, but the views from Banaue to Batad were incredible. The road is very high up, spectacular views of all the rice terraces around, so much greenery and really dramatic curving roads. My motorbike driver, he said that apparently the rice fields are over 2,000 years old, handed down by their ancestors to the next generation, and the people working them today are still the same family as those first pioneers of the region to cultivate the rice fields over 2,000 years ago. And all the rice fields here are completely organic. Everything's picked by hand, not like in the lowlands of Luzon where they use machinery. Looks like it's opening up a bit. There might be a view revealing itself just here. Oh, I can see some rice terraces down there. Hi.
Hello.
Here we go. Welcome to Batad, a UNESCO heritage site. It's quite rare to have a UNESCO World Heritage Site as something so natural, actually. Normally they're man-made, built things. Obviously the rice terraces are man-made. People living just below and by the side of the pathway. There are also plenty of guest houses here in Batad you can stay at if you don't want to make the trip from Banaue in the morning, you want to get up earlier. That's possible. Just remember that if you have your bags, you probably have to hike down where I've just hiked down quite far, and also bring your bags up all those rocky steps on your way out. So just bear that in mind if you do decide to venture and stay here. Hi. Morning. So the woman that was saying excuse me in that clip, that is for the tourism tax you need to pay here, or environmental fee. It's just 50 pesos. Love how they spelt Jason with a Y. And then you'll reach this point here. So this is the main town of Batad. Here is the pathway. I'm hiking up to reach the viewpoint, which is apparently the best view of the rice fields, which you can just see there. And then hiking down to a famous waterfall. And then if I have enough energy, up through the village and then back here. There are snacks and toilets and coconut juice, food, people in the village here. So everything you need if you want to freshen up after your hike. So let's go for it. Incredible views of village life, these rolling green hills and the dramatic rice terraces below. The colour of green so prominent. What strikes me is how everyone is living quite literally on the edge. Everything's so steep here. Unbelievable. Look how steep some of the drops are. I would say you probably need to be quite fit to be able to do this, and I'm only going down. On the way back up it's going to be a lot more rigorous, and the sun is probably going to be higher at that point in the day if you start in the morning. So if you have dodgy knees or anything like that, probably best to bear that in mind. As I walk further left of the village, this main section of the rice terraces has just really taken my breath away. It's so steep and so high, so many individual terraces, absolutely surreal. Up we go. It's getting steep at the moment. Passing locals as I go on, and different houses. The sun is quite low lying here as we're quite high up in elevation, so make sure you put sun cream on if you have an ability to burn like me. The views just keep on improving the higher I get. Even though this is supposed to be popular with tourists, I don't get the touristy feeling. I'm getting quite an authentic feeling. You really have to get up early in the morning to do this. The humidity's kicking in. It's only just after 10 AM, but extremely hot. It's now May, so this is the best time of year, one of the best times of year to visit the Cordillera region or the Ifugao rice terraces. The monsoon season's just about to start, so the rest of the Philippines is too hot. It's like 35, 36, baking sun. But even here in May, mid to late May, it's going to be very hot. But it's a good time to visit because between, I believe, April, May and early June is some of the best times to see the rice terraces just before they're cultivated. Most people when coming to Batad tend to hire a guide. It's not too expensive, 10 to 20 US dollars I believe, for like 3, 4, 5 hours. But I didn't because I don't really need one when I'm vlogging. I like to kind of really stop and take it in, think about what I'm going to say in the video, and I just like to do things on my own. And my Google Maps stopped working. I couldn't load the GPS, so I've kind of been going blind, but I've managed to find the highest viewpoint without maps, without a guide, so it can be done. Just head left, 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 and up, up, up. So still making my way up now. I think there's a little bit more to go before we reach the viewpoint, but not too far, as the sign is giving me a bit of encouragement in this heat. The path is quite narrow now. It's not really a path, it's more of a ledge. Here we are. I've made it to the highest viewpoint. Wow. Now I can see the views on the other side. It just goes on and on. And where I just came from. Heading down towards the waterfall from the viewpoint. Spectacular views as I make my way alongside the rice terraces. Heading down, you can see the stream next to the waterfall at the very bottom. My GoPro battery is running low, so I'm saving it for when I get to the falls. My legs are starting to turn into jelly a little bit. A few more steps to go to reach the bottom. If you have a hat, it's probably a good idea to bring one with you because you're going to be under the sun for most of it. There isn't really much shade. So far I've seen 2 or 3 people cave in on these stairs, unable to walk anymore, including one fully grown man, big and strong. His sons were trying to carry him. There's a lot of steps down to the waterfall, so be prepared if you make the trip on top of going to the viewpoint. It's going to be quite tough, but it's going to be worth it as well, hopefully. The hardest part's going to be on the way back up, not coming down. So I've got it easy so far. I'm nearly there now. You can hear the sound of the water. There it is, nearly there. Just a bit longer along here and I'll be able to wash off all this sweat. So beautiful. If you go too far in, the water will end up sucking you towards the waterfall. So you have to be careful if you come here. I was warned about that by someone else. I'm now leaving the waterfall area and probably after walking up all those steps at the end of it, sweating back what I've just washed off. Now made it back to the top. I'm never gonna get bored. This view gets better and better every time. The village is at the bottom and right up to the viewpoint where I was at earlier. I'm gonna have to walk all the way across the terraces now to reach town again. So one last push and then that's it. It's quite a day. Be prepared to do a lot of walking, a lot of climbing. You have to be quite fit to do it, and yeah, it's really knocked it out of me, but completely worth it for these views. Heading down these steps to reach the bottom rice terraces and cut through some of the villages to get all the way back to the main town or village of Batad. You can see the sunlight has changed as we've gone later in the day. The green a lot more potent now, making for better pictures. No amount of video clips or pictures can really do Batad justice, you have to come and see it with your own eyes. Cutting through the rice terraces at the end here is such a nice way to round things off, to get up close to everything and look up at the immense area that I walked over before, with the viewpoint sitting right at the very, very top. Literally have to walk through people's homes to get through. There really is no one set path. You just have to meander through, picking the lane that is the easiest and the one immediately in front of you, and figure out and just head in the right general direction that you're going in. I can completely understand why Batad has been listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Everywhere you look, it just takes your breath away. Today, my trip here, it's definitely up there with the top 3 travel days I've ever had, I would say. I am absolutely destroyed. Look at the sweat. So much walking today. I started just above here, all the way along to the top of the viewpoint, down. I went the wrong way, back up, down to the waterfall, back up from the waterfall, and down across the rice terraces, and now back up again. It's been one of the hardest days of walking I've ever had. And yeah, seriously, don't try and replicate what I've just done in this video unless you're quite fit. I don't necessarily think I'm particularly fit. I just do a lot of walking for my videos. But yeah, it's quite strenuous, I have to say. Although I haven't really taken too many breaks. I'm around 45 minutes late to meet my motorbike driver, so I'm going to end the vlog here. Got sweat in my eyes. But what an incredible place. A must visit in the Philippines. And yeah, definitely in the top 3 places I think I've ever been. So here it is, Batad, UNESCO World Heritage Site. Unbelievable. I'll see you on the next video. I'm gonna get back, shower, eat and sleep. I'm heading to Sagada next, so stay tuned. It's quite a famous place here in North Luzon. So I'll see you then. Peace.